Hi everyone, I'm Big Al and welcome to another general knowledge trivia quiz. It's 50 questions, but first a big shout out to Mark Edwards 5460 for suggesting a category on art. So I've added an arty category to try and tax your brain cells. Drop a comment down below if you want to see a specific category on a future quiz. Anyway, let's get to it. In which country would you find the city of Pripyat? Russia, Ukraine, or Poland? It's the city near Chernobyl in Ukraine. A word, phrase or sequence that reads the same backwards as forwards is called a what? Is it a pseudonym, a palindrome, or an oxymoron? It's a palindrome. What does the acronym NASA stand for? National Aerospace and Science Association, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or National American Space Administration? It's basically B. In 1957, a stray dog was launched into space on Sputnik 2, but what was the dog's name? Luca, Laika, or Lola? It's Laika. What was the distress signal used before SOS? SMP, TNT, or CQD? It was CQD. According to KFC, how many herbs and spices does Colonel Sanders' secret recipe contain? 7, 11, or 13? It's 11. What does the D stand for in radar? Doppler, detection, or distance? It's detection. Who was the first human to reach space? Was it Alan Shepard, Yuri Gagarin, or Neil Armstrong? It was the Russian Yuri Gagarin. What item of clothing is named after its Scottish creator? Is it a jersey, a kilt, or a Macintosh? It's a Macintosh. The King's Speech was about Prince Albert, but what was his name upon ascending the throne? Was it King Edward VII, King George V, or King George VI? It was King George VI. Venetian blinds originated in which country? Italy, Austria, or Japan? It was actually Japan. How often does Halley's Comet return to Earth? Every 76 years, every 31 years, or every 89 years? It's every 76 years. Bono is the lead singer of which rock band? The Happy Mondays, U2, or Pulp? It's U2. Which vegetable is used to make sauerkraut? Kale, cabbage, or spinach? It's cabbage. Which of the following US presidents is not on Mount Rushmore? Franklin D. Roosevelt, Thomas Jefferson, or Abraham Lincoln? FDR is not on Mount Rushmore. Afrikaans was developed from which European language? Belgian, German, or Dutch? It was developed from Dutch. Linonophobia is the fear of what? Circles, string, or straight lines? It's a fear of string. What is the true colour of the sun? White, yellow, or blue? It's actually white. What town did the Flintstones live in? Bedrock, Dinoville, or Fossilberg? They lived in Bedrock. What type of pastry are profiteroles made from? Choux pastry, puff pastry, or short crust pastry? It's choux pastry, but not that kind of choux. Levi Strauss, founder of Levi's, was born in which country? Germany, Poland, or the USA? He's from Germany. William Shakespeare was born where in the UK? Stratford-upon-Avon, Cambridge, or Oxford? Stratford-upon-Avon. Which country was called Persia until 1935? Iran, Iraq, or Saudi Arabia? It's Iran. Which billionaire founded Virgin Galactic? Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, or Richard Branson? It was Richard Branson. Honda launched its first mass-produced hybrid electric vehicle in 1997 called the what? The Leaf, the Prius, or the Insight? And it was the Insight. In miles, how long is a marathon? 22.1 miles, 25.7 miles, or 26.2 miles? Same as this question, it's 26.2. What controversial chemical weapon did the US notoriously use in the Vietnam War? Was it anthrax, Agent Orange, or mustard gas? And they used Agent Orange. Who is Peter Parker's boss at the Daily Bugle? Is it Eddie Brock, J. Jonah Jameson, or Norman Osborn? And it's the legendary J. Jonah Jameson. Which man-made waterway connects the Atlantic Ocean with the Pacific Ocean? The Great Canal, the Panama Canal, or the Suez Canal? It's the Panama Canal. What is the main ingredient in falafel? Is it spinach, lamb, or chickpeas? It's chickpeas. Who wrote the original novel of The Phantom of the Opera? Was it Victor Hugo, Gaston Leroux, or Jules Verne? It was Gaston Leroux. What is the study of earthquakes called? Quakeology, terrology, or seismology? It's seismology. What is the second Harry Potter movie called? Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, or Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? And it's Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. What is the second Marvel Avengers movie called? Is it Age of Ultron, Infinity War, or Endgame? And it's Avengers Age of Ultron. What is the second Police Academy movie called? Is it Their First Assignment, Back in Training, or Citizens on Patrol? It's Their First Assignment. What is the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie called? Is it On Stranger Tides, At World's End, or Dead Man's Chest? And it's Dead Man's Chest. What is the second Indiana Jones movie called? Temple of Doom, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, or The Last Crusade? And it's the Temple of Doom. Who painted The Birth of Venus? Sandro Botticelli, Henri Matisse, or Monet? And it was Sandro Botticelli. Who painted the Madonna Lita? Michelangelo, Monet, or Leonardo da Vinci? It was Leonardo da Vinci. Who painted The Scream? Edward Munch, Salvador Dali, or Pablo Picasso? And it was Edward Munch. Who painted Geopolitica's Child Watching the Birth of the New Man? That's a mouthful. Salvador Dali, Edward Munch, or Pablo Picasso? And it was Salvador Dali. Who painted A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte? Is it Monet, Georges Seurat, or Monet? And it's Georges Seurat. Who painted Composition with red, blue and yellow? Was it Jackson Pollock, Andy Warhol, or Pete Mondrian? It was Pete Mondrian. Who painted Nighthawks? Was it Jackson Pollock, Georges Seurat, or Edward Hopper? It was Edward Hopper. What flower is this? Is it a daffodil, a tulip, or a carnation? It's a daffodil. What musical instrument is this? Is it a bassoon, an oboe, or a clarinet? It's a bassoon. Where is this? Is it Machu Picchu, Chichen Itza, or Giza? It's Chichen Itza. What fruit is this? Is it breadfruit, dragon fruit, or durian? And it's durian, also known as the vomit fruit. What manufacturer is this car from? Is it Ferrari, McLaren, or Lamborghini? It's a McLaren. What animal is this? Is it a camel, a llama, or an alpaca? And this one is a llama. Thank you for watching. As always, please let me know your score in the comments, and if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.